11 forward, number 10, Jabari Smith. Shooting guard, standing 6'8", number 17, Tari Eason. The other 6 feet 7 inches, number 1,
checking out Utah's opening lineup. We've got Keontae George. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Bailey in at the 2 spot. And for the Rockets, Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. ADB, we're getting to that time of year when certain coaches are on the hot seat, aren't they?
I think, Kev, I don't think coaches ever feel like they're sitting on a cool seat by any stretch of the imagination. Sometimes you're overperforming to expectations, sometimes underperforming. But as a head coach, you are always uncomfortable.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
And the layup is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Markkanen after the made shot from KD. Clock at 6. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another. Communicated well and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
So it's Utah now. The Rockets making the shot. Markkanen can't get it to go.
No one in his way. You have got to make the defense pay. That's a quality mid-range look right there.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
But the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
And Lauri Markkanen good for 3.
Whatever the range is, Lauri Markkanen has it. He is such a sweet shooter.
Now we know the Jazz have been up front. Before you can rebuild, Doris, you got to tear down. And that's what they've done.
And Kevin, that requires extraordinary patience. You have to be willing to trade away veterans who can contribute to winning, and you have to be willing to prolong the process in order to get max returns. But be under no illusions. Losing is hard on everyone.
Markkanen in the corner to the inside. Here's Nurkic. Eason grabs the board.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Smith surveying the D. Here's the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And every team wants long guys who can also make threes. Smith checks both boxes.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Here's Eason. Following the bucket by the Jazz. To the middle. Here's Şengün. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
A true monster in the paint, and just under 7 feet. It can be so easy for Şengün to find those baskets.
Bailey misses. Rockets leading by 3. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Back over to you, Kevin.
Okay, Ellie, thank you.
Filipowski.
So just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
And Katie throws it down.
Now, KD is showing a little bit of elevation.
Now George, a dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Markkanen from past the arc. Knocks down the three ball.
2 minutes.
Markkanen's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Jazz.
3 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for,
Timeout.
training the triple.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jabari Smith. Okogie's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Shepard subbed in for Tari Eason. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Rockets in Houston.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
So it's the Jazz now after Clint Capella's miss. Pass to Love. Filipowski with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston.
He was active all night on the defensive end as well. With all the steals he came away with, he had him totally rattled.
Capella, the pass to Okogie. Now, Finney-Smith. Thompson surveying the floor. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
That's what you call using your body. Playing a little bully basketball is Dorian Finney-Smith.
52 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Sensabaugh. He's covered by Thompson. Williams for three. The shot, no good. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They lead by 4. Out to the wing. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Filipowski. Shoots over Capella. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
Thompson outside. There's the three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Rockets lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. We've got John Conchal. George is out there with Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward position. Here's Shibwe. Pass to Sensabaugh. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. George, you talk about the great scores. It's not enough to be elite one-on-one. You've got to be able to handle the double team, too. I mean, there's a lot there.
On a nightly basis, Kevin, these are the best defenses in the world, scheming to take away the greatest strengths of the best individual offensive players. And you know what? Nightly, it's not enough. The great ones find a way no matter what.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
Pass to Finney-Smith. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Shepard. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Utah. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. That ties the game. Sensabaugh's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Finney-Smith in the post. Conjar covering. From the arc. Shibwe with the rebound. Utah's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Pass to Collier. Over Shepard. And misses it off the right side of the rim. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Tate. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the night.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with them. Houston making some changes. Kevin Durant comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Lance Thompson in for Josh Okogie. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for Utah. Lauri Markkanen comes in for John Conchar. The free throw off from Tate. Utah trailing here. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Amin Thompson, one of the most spectacular athletes in basketball. Coach Ime Udoka said he's so fast and explosive that he has the versatility to attack any matchup. Put a big body on him, he still has his advantages. We can put him anywhere in actions, and he can get downhill. Guys, back to you.
What an athlete. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Greg, you're looking out for Nshengu. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
And so it's Utah with it. Following the score by Houston.
Well, how about the defense from Kevin Durant? Sends that shot back.
Durant raising up.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Pass to Markkanen. And no good. The try spell continuing for him.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category. But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Utah. Haley comes in for Collier. Markkanen finds Filipowski. The shot by George, wide open. The Jazz with another miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Now here's Durant. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. 4 on the clock. Shepard. It's hauled in by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. A moment now to check out some numbers for Jabari Smith. for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Tate. And Torrey Eason subbed in for Shepard. And Utah with a change here, too. Collier's checked in.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Left side, Markkanen. And stolen by Eason. Here's Smith. Makes it off the glass. Smith's got the lead up to 12 now for Houston.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
KD can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 12. Markkanen passes to Collier. Back to Markkanen. To halt the run, he scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
But you have got to be willing to close when Markkanen is out on the perimeter. His shot will punish you because it's a sweet shooting stroke.
Now here's Durant. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Utah.
And the long arms of Capella, using them to perfection as a target for his teammates on that alley-oop.
So it's the Jazz now. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Screen by Capella. Smith for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Smith's got 10.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Capella. It's good for a second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
First personal foul.
Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
The free throw drops for Collier. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. On the wing, Thompson. And so it's Houston looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Ime Udoka. And, Coach, what are some of the positives that you can take away from that first half?
Our physicality has been good to start. Obviously, a point of emphasis is keeping them under control in transition. We like how we're guarding defensively. Obviously, it is big against this team.
Great start. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Arena Entertainment.
Welcome to halftime, and guys, so far the game has belonged to Kevin Durant.
Well, Durant just taking charge, kept that defense off balance in the first half. I know he's got more tricks up his sleeve.
Without doubt, Shaq, hard to stop a guy who excels at every type of shot.
Let's talk now about our featured game. It's been a battle of the wings thus far.
The small forward matchup looked like it was going to be a juicy one. And boy, it has not disappointed. Some fierce back and forth between these guys. Their own personal contest. I love it. I can't wait. It's the game within the game.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Rockets leading by 13. We'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Şengün in at the 5, down low. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
George against Thompson. Pass to KD. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Thompson outside. Lets it go from deep. Durant, no good. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. It's a 13-point game. And here's Nurkic. Here's Filipowski. Markkanen from outside. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Jazz trail by 15.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nurkic the pass to Bailey. Here's Filipowski, covered by Smith. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Nurkic can't hit.
3rd straight miss to start the half. Ouch.
Here's KD, and KD throws it down.
Kevin Durant just understands how to find the open spots on the floor. His scoring line, proof of him getting to the efficiency we always look to.
And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Here's Markkanen, and it's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eason. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. 3-pointer, Markkanen.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Jazz trail by 17. There's the lob to Markkanen. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And Markkanen, a big-time athlete. Set that lob up in the air and he'll finish.
Thompson outside. Back to Durant. Şengün against Nurkic. Fader on the way. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Şengün's got 8 points.
Buckets, but he should have just gone straight up with it instead of trying to fade away.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
You see yourself on the screen.
Shepard's checked in for Tari Eason. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Houston, advantage in 1 series. And of course, there's the Jazz. They're much further down in the standings right now. Jazz trail by 17. Pass to Bailey. Back to George. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. And it's good off the back rim and in. 13 points in the game.
Boy, the man from Finland is very confident in that jumper. Markkanen, no doubt.
Here's Thompson. That's in, coming off the assist from Katie.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
George passes to Bailey. Nice ball movement by Utah. Open shot, George, and Utah again with the bucket. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets. Then for the Jazz, Sensabaugh is checked in, and it's Collier in for Bailey. Rockets leading by 15. Down low, here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
There's a minute 40 left in the third quarter. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. The NBA studies other leagues. Commissioner Adam Silver said, I'm a fan of what baseball did with the pitch clock and the size of bases, increasing the engagement and the entertainment value of the game. If they're able to make changes, certainly we shouldn't be afraid to do the same. Kevin, back to you.
Some forward thinking. Allie, we thank you very much.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Here's George. Another miss by Utah. And so, Şengün will bring it up for the Rockets. They host the Kings after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Here's Eason. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Jazz trail by 19. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Markkanen's got 6 here in this quarter.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Back to Durant. Pass to Shepard. Smith sets the pick for Shepard. And so Houston again turning it over.
Jazz ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's Sensabaugh. Gets it off. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Houston feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Kevin Love out there with John Conchar. Then it's George. Then it's Vince Williams. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. Here's Shepard, defended by George. Şengün with a screen on George. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepard. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And the Jazz making a change here. Collier's checked in. Jazz trail by 17. That ball, nice feed that time from George.
The assist.
George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Finney Smith. Back to Tate. Now, Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Here's Shepard. Hands it from downtown. Shepard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
This is what had scouts eyeing Shepard early on, his ability to shoot with range.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. Jazz trail by 18. And we've got a report from the sideline. Let's get the scoop on Amen Thompson. Allie, take it away.
Hey guys, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Rockets. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. A return to the floor was very 50-50. It's the kind of injury that would sideline many players, but everyone's built a little differently. So guys, he's gonna brave it out.
Allie, thanks as always. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
And the shot goes down.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. For the Rockets, Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Jayshawn Tate. Lance Thompson in for Josh Okogie. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Sinks the triple. Durant's got 19 points.
Yet another monster night for Kevin Durant, one of the best scoring forwards in the history of the game.
Outside, George. To the paint. Here's Filipowski. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Houston leading by 15. Here he goes. And finished off by Shepard.
I like the touch from Shepard finishing around the rim.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Outside, George. Williams sends a screen for George. Pass to Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 6 assists in the game.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Oh, good on the layup.
And that's an important rebound, and especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for Utah. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. It's not enough to keep this game out of action, though. He's making a go of it. Guys?
Thanks for the status report there, Allie.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be a while before we see him again, and that hurts. You hope to maximize your time in this league as much as possible. Being out that long has got to be heartbreaking for this young guy.
That's checked in for the Rockets. Tari Eason comes in for Shepard. Utah also making some changes. Nurkic checked in for Williams. And Bailey subbed in for Vince Williams. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Smith there for the rebound.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
And down it goes.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now, here is George. Now, Bailey.
2 minutes remaining.
Now, Filipowski. Shingun with the rebound. Let's Durant on the wing. He's guarded by Nurkic.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Here's George, following the score by Houston. Filipowski with it, off the glass.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving, good things happen.
Oh, the slam dunk.
You know, I like that recognition. He knows he's in rhythm, knows this is the time to give his team some punch.
Jazz trail by 18. Here's Markkanen. Nurkic outside. Now Bailey. Just 5 on the clock. No good there.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Houston.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense that forced the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kevin Durant.
What a groove for him this evening. Just stand aside and let the man work.
Here's George after the made shot from KD. Unloads from 9. The shot by George, no good. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Smith, and Smith with the stop.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Outside, Markkanen. And stolen by Şengün. Smith for 3. Can't connect. So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.